he came into my room and was like, "Did you guys know about the not Copenhagen, that Schrodinger's cat?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm gonna tell you about Schrodinger's cat." We're like, "Oh, we've heard it." And he's like, "Wow, you see, you have the cat." And he fucking goes into his Schrodinger cat explanation. It's like, oh.
It's really stupid.
Another L.
Do you want to hear about the cat?
One second. No, I don't. Pro Lyrical said, if I said, I'm going to run the poll in my room. And he's like, I don't think it's going to go so well for you. Thinking that he'd win the poll. And then when he lost the poll, he goes on the, well, it's your people that you know, so it's not a like scientifically valid sample. Well, then you should have said that when you said, oh, you didn't think it's going to go your way. Like, maybe you should have said that first rather than the thing where you predicted that you'd win the poll.
Well, my theory is that he was trying to make a joke, but that he's not very funny.
And that's pretty plausible.
Hence the results of the poll. I haven't tracked this poll. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be able to judge whether or not it's funny.
Yeah, I don't think I see you and him hanging out all that much.
No, he's only in these like new atheist hellscapes.
He just hangs out with CM all day. It's so fun.
Just like regurgitate like Dillahunty quotes all day.
I did have the displeasure of being exposed to CM for like an hour yesterday.
Do you think he's a drunk, Sam? Just be honest. Do you think he's an alcoholic? Like, is he drunk when he's talking?
Yeah. He has a lot of, like, the way he talks and the way he engages with others is, like, really similar to a lot of other people that were drunk all the time on Discord. So it wouldn't surprise me at all. Like, I don't know for sure, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Just the way he talks. Like, who talks like this? The thing about that is, you know, the Dirac equation doesn't show that. Like, that's a very strange way of talking.
Unless you're drunk.
Unless you're fucking drunk, and Yo, Frenchie, you there?
Yeah.
You want to do a deal? I get mods in your room and you get mods in my room. You want to make an alliance, a deal?
Who have you got blocked?
I've got hyper blocked.
That's the problem. What? Who else?
I don't know.
Yeah, you see, we've got too many mutual friends that we hate. It's not going to work. We're just going to have to, be secret friends. Sorry.
All right.
We're not like the worst people. You probably think I do, so kind of fucked.
Yeah. Well, I grant you that Daniel Nero is not, virtuous. He's just my friend. I don't know if you.
There's no reason to mod people like that, though. I mean, you could have them as your friend and not, I'm just saying. It's kind of an endorsement in a way that, it's not good luck.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that way of looking at it.
I can mod a proxy, though, that you can secretly control behind the scenes. I am diabolical.
No, that sounds pretty interesting. Maybe I'm getting interested. Okay.
Right.
All right. That's an interesting idea. All right. I'll think on that.
Think on it.
Do you really want hyper in your space? What's up?
Who was your guys' favorite atheist?
Sam Harris.
No, I mean of the people I hang out at these places.
I thought you were like, I thought about the original four. I'm like, I should have said Dennis though. Dennis probably cooler.
But Hitchens is way better than the rest.
Who is?
Who?
Hitchens.
Okay, but we're talking about people here. Thank you.
Yeah. I think of the new atheist types here, they're all tied for last. I don't like. That's not doesn't make me happy at all.
Kind of like James Corbett.
I was gonna suggest him because he's just like a nice guy.
Yeah,
He doesn't like bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you'll tell him something. Maybe he's not like the fastest learner or anything, but
Yeah, but he's not
tell him
arrogant
something. And
either.
yeah, exactly. He'll like okay, something like that.
And my next one is Zeleny.
He's not a new atheist. Come on.
Well, I don't know. Are claims evidence?
Well, exactly. You don't think they are, so there you go.
Wait, do you not think they are, Zeleny?
No, I have a weird analysis of what claims are doing.
Okay, alright. I like Abe, but that's just because he's friendly to me. I don't know if I think his worldview is wrong, but he's nice to me, so that's kind of enough.
He's also a crazy person.
Is he crazy? I don't know.
Yes.
Oh,
Those guys are so deluded. They think that they're the smartest people on the app. Him and CM.
He thinks CM is
Say-
smarter than Ethan.
Yeah, I mean that is okay. Fair enough.
Pretty great.
Who are the candidates here? I mean, you can think of
Tom
ACM
Stakes.
and Tom Stakes.
Shonito.
Oh god.
Sean, James Corletta, Andrew Kiss,
Carlos.
Oh.
I don't think Carlos counts.
He's in that.
He's
I
100% he
wonder-
does.
Come on, not
Okay, well,
Carlos.
Carlos
If you're gonna throw
counts.
Carlos in, then Carlos is my
He's in the.
He's the goat of
He's
them.
in the purgatory between new atheists and the other people.
He knows enough philosophy that I wouldn't put him in there, but if he counts, then he's the goat of them.
He's the king of the atheists. Yeah.
But
It's like when someone's like,
rap style, he might be in there.
no, he's definitely in there, 100%. But he's so degenerate. He just owns the label.
Yeah.
What do you
Judd.
expect from a fur?
Judd and Tim, maybe. I don't know if they count.
I mean,
And Judd's in there. It's 100% Tim is in
Judd,
there.
as in not Jude.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
Jude.
He's a new atheist.
I don't know.
Yes,
This is a very
Sorta.
loose label
Right.
for just atheists that are not very interested in philosophy and yet
Okay.
alter philosophy.
Yeah.
The
And make like
new atheism plus Dillahunty.
I mean,
like
if
they,
someone like him-
they worship physical evidence and science.
If someone like not Jude counts, I'm gonna pick him because he doesn't like he's a pretty reasonable guy who just
Yeah.
doesn't happen to be super informed about philosophical issues or apologetic issues, but he's like always interested in hearing from people, across the
Right.
spectrum.
No, I agree.
Of,
That's probably
who are
right.
more informed. Like,
But he likes all the
There's no-
Bible stuff.
in my opinion, there's just like nothing frustrating about talking to him.
Yeah, him and Tim are pretty
Well, then
fine.
maybe he's the favorite.
Yeah, Tim as well first. If he's being kept.
I think Carlos beats Tim and Judd, but
Are you talking about the British guy?
yeah, the British
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, he's nice.
Yeah, he is. I like him.
I don't know what we're really judging on now, just like whether we like them or.
Whether or not, like, to me, it's like, sure, you can have that as an aspect, but I think about it as like, how bad are they in their new atheism?
Okay.
Like Abe is like obviously Shanita, one of the worst. They're like hyper arrogant, dismissive of all the
Deep
relevant
into-
fields that arbitrate the stuff that they're talking about, etc., etc.
Okay.
Or someone like Judd he's not arrogant. He's not difficult to talk to.
No.
Shanito it's so insane because he has this such a boutique vocabulary and worldview that everything has to fit exactly into his narrow little boxes. It's very frustrating to talk to him, more so than Abe and CM.
It's the same with Abe and CM. They're the exact same.
They're less committed to some proprietary vocabulary. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but
Shanito has his own little linguistic framework that he just jams in and everyone's it's just really annoying. Makes talking to him insufferable.
you guys missed. There's this extremely schizo guy but like high IQ schizo came on to explain to us like how he had a very complicated metaphysics that was completely insane, but he was like good at explaining it. And Nargis of course loved him. Nargis was like, "Oh, I agree with you, except you know, more pageantry than I would have. But you know, in the generality, I agree with you."
Yeah, Bob, you missed a fairly remarkable specimen.
You had to see how seriously these fuckers were talking to him.
Nargis loves the crazy. Come on. The more gibberator, the better. She's like,
He was
the
a
big
The
spoon
more,
lapping
the
it
more
up.
vibes, the better.
Tell me more. Everyone else is like, get this guy off the stage. And she's like,
She loves all the
tell me more.
flowery, poetic
How does she have
descriptions.
used to
Like,
I bet she
fucking-
liked that Dave Pagan guy. I bet you
one?
did. Yeah.
yeah, she
Dave the blind
She-
pagan.
You just have to like vaguely
She loves
gesture
her.
at some unified truth for Nargis to be like, oh, yes.
Losers. But this guy was crazy. Like even for my
For
standards.
you?
Yeah.
You see, you can't have the boot without the foot, but you can't have the foot without the boot. They are an interconnected system that keep you grounded, because literally you're connected to the ground. And see that is the unified system of. Sorry. Nargis collects boots. If you guys didn't know that, that's part of the bit.
Tell them what he was saying, the Garrett guy.
Okay, so his whole thing is the world starts with pure freedom is the basis of everything, and then freedom in motion becomes agency, and then he has like this thing of like agency in motion becomes like growth in motion becomes mastery, and then there's joy in motion becomes community, and it's like this like six-sided star that all connects to itself, and then this six-sided star is like this god called Sophia that had to then destroy itself. You know, it wanted to know itself from the outside, and because it was omniscient, it couldn't know itself from the outside because it knows everything. So it had to just destroy itself, split into two, to be able to be seen from the outside, to escape the loneliness that it was experiencing. And then that self-sacrifice was a sort of depiction of what, like, is metaphorically what Jesus was up to. And then we are all sort of the sparks of this Sophia that has split itself, and that in the splitting of itself, that created time somehow, and that slowly the sparks will come together and they will reunite to the sort of original Sophia, and then we'll become kind of God again, and then the cycle will continue over and over, and this will keep happening. That's like a broad summary of the worldview.
Wow.
But also things like truth are not real. It's like it's not true or false. It's like true, false, and not true and not false. And that's like he would always like phrase everything in terms of this like not true. It's like
non-existence, not done.
Yeah. Not existence, but not non-existence. Like you would always say shit like that.
Sounds like John Lewis.
John Lee is not a creative schizo. John Lee is a energy vampire.
Dude, John Lee's not creative. Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. He's not creative.
I found a poem by the guy, the schizo guy, and you would legitimately love it. You would literally fucking. I read it to you.
Like, kind of.
I'm not gonna read it now because if I read poetry, no.
What was the question, Edward?
Being created, we're created the same, but we're not born the same, correct?
Well, what do you mean born the same? What does that mean?
That's what that means. But our skill set and our discipline are all self-imposed, right? someone else may not want to pick.
Well, everybody knows that life is this multi-factor, multivariable input into your experience, aka your identity. But what we have individuals doing is they're using racial identity politics to project their political position. But it's global and it's domestic or it's local. But really, my complaint is that people who are complaining is that they're not doing any personal development work, which is education. And if you don't frame things academically for people, then they will just frame everything politically. So I am interested in personal development and education, public speaking, enlightenment like our founders. And unfortunately, many of the people at the further end of the spectrum from the founders that you hear on this app are so far away from enlightened type of thinking. We're dealing with unhappy people because they're not flying around like angels. They are on this app creating drama because they're dramatists. And in my opinion, you're a sucker for it. Guys like Coco or Dr. Adams or anybody on this app that puts on a voice. My point, stupid. That person's stupid cappuccino who says you should stick a Carmelo Anthony knife in people's colonialist, settler, Zionist, apartheid, slave, structural. So we're dealing with really dramatists. Bima is a dramatist. She comes on here and she says everything is racist, and she's living with.
I know. Can you do me a favor? I have a question. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do me a favor?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Awesome. Okay, this is my favor. Could we not bring people who are currently out of the room into our conversation? Because we're trying to stay focused on the dialogue that we're having. We don't need to talk about people who are not here. I think this is very important for all of us, okay? So if you want to make a point, just make a point about the subject, not about what other people, how they're acting. And I agree with you 100%. It's more drama. But my question is, are we going to have character, or we're going to all be characters?
Well, that's the choice you have to make. You are the user. I am a user. We're all like nodes. So I listen to a lot of music and audiobooks, and I read books. Because if this is your major source of entertainment and content, you are literally putting neurolinguistic programs into your mind of what I would call damaged, uneducated, highly politically, ideologically people. And that's just what it is. So, it is character development, but in my opinion, I'm not talking about people in other rooms, but there's just nobody here doing real character development, and they haven't had good character development in their past. So it's just like a drama creation app. I wouldn't take it seriously because it's a very small segment of the population is even interested in using a free phone call conference app. The whole thing is free. But this app is going away, and these people will go away, and their self-importance will disappear.
How do we go to the back? Hold on. I understand. One more time. Listen, whether the app goes away or not right now, we have 10 people here, right? And these 10 people want to have a conversation around real level of
Timothy would get in trouble.
I don't care what
Because we used to talk about this. There's it's like at the beginning of the game, you play through like the tutorial dungeon or whatever, okay? And there's like an unkillable NPC that's called the name that's given to it as a meme is it says like Godric Soldier, but everybody calls him Rick, Soldier of God. And so yeah.
This is really deep. Very deep.
Multi-layered.
He's saying that Bob is a unkillable pro-Andrew NPC.
Truly.
Yeah.
Wow,
Exactly.
that's a little harsh.
I wasn't even talking about Andrew.
It's a bit complimentary at the same time.
Yeah, unkillable, I suppose is.
I don't agree. I think Sully is in fact the person with Andrew derangement syndrome.
I actually agree with that.
Yeah, but that's what Trump sycophants say about people that hate Trump, right?
Exactly.
No,
So that's
no, it's the
actually-
other way around. No, it's the other way around.
That's not.
Yes, it is, because the Trumpers were the first people to call other people to have Trump derangement syndrome.
Yes.
And
That
then
makes
and
you
then
a
the
Trumper.
liberals said, no, Sully accused me, not the other way around. Fucking idiot.
He didn't accuse you of having Andrew derangement.
Yes.
He said you were.
Oh my god. He said I have the mind virus, and I just, for jocularity, called it Andrew derangement syndrome, but it targets the same concept. Jesus.
No,
Christ.
you're getting completely obliterated and walked through the mental maze.
Yeah,
Folded
but
like a chair.
The dialectical dungeon.
to
Yeah.
defend someone by saying you have Andrew derangement syndrome does sound like something a Trumper would say about Trump ops. That's
Yes,
what I'm saying.
because it plays on the Trump derangement syndrome thing. But I'm saying, essentially,
Yeah, I understand you
Sully is
did a
accusing me of
reverse
that.
or something.
But
yeah.
I'm saying, well, actually, it's you. Yes, which
Yeah.
is what the liberals do to the Trumpers. There you go.
Okay, so
She
you managed
got
to get back in the
No.
middle.
It doesn't make sense because
Okay.
I'm the critic saying this guy is like a crazy, unhinged goofball, and you're saying no, leave Andrew alone. You know.
Oh
So,
shit.
I didn't say anything about
the relationship cannot be.
That's why you have.
Oh, you
That's why
were
you
like
have-
immediately
that's why you
as
have
soon as I
the
started
yes.
talking, you're like, oh, here comes another one of these anti-Andrew crazy. You know.
Yes.
Andrew derangement syndrome.
He thinks being opposed to Andrew is like the problem. Yeah. He's saying
No,
that's the
I think you guys exaggerate your Andrew hate like this, like insane degrees. That's why you have the syndrome.
Alright, so I'm not.
I mean,
Honestly,
I'm not in a position to not call out Andrew. Like I call out Andrew all the time. I call his
Yes,
positions
you are.
insane.
You're in it.
I guess
You're in it
I argue
defending
against it vehemently. But then what you do, Sully, is that you do like what's like a, I don't know what you call it. You smell every time you smell any sort of Andrew blood, you attack, and I think that's the
No, that's not
derangement
true.
syndrome. That is-
Andrew's bleeding all over the place all the time.
Oh, but that's what I disagree with you. on. That's neither here nor that's
You
neither here
disagree
nor there.
You disagree with a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, you disagree that Andrew is like a cringe lord and like he's incredibly goofy and like basically
No, he is
he's
goofy.
just good at
Like I think
he's
you're
good at pulling the
you're
crowd
exaggerating.
together. Other than
You
being good
exaggerate
at
the
pulling the
cringe
crowd
stuff.
together, he's like a complete moron and annoying.
I don't agree. Like this is where you completely lose everyone in the audience.
No, I don't. No, I don't. You are. You are the
Okay,
one
let's
losing
do it.
people, man.
Sam,
he's a
Sam,
crazy
do you think-
jackass.
Okay,
Like
let's see
dumbass.
this. Let's test this
He's
out.
dumb.
Let's test this
He's cringe.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
out.
Horrible
So
takes.
let's do this.
Totally unaware of himself.
Okay. Do you think Sam? Do you think Andrew is like a complete fucking dumbass retard?
no.
Okay, Mark, do you think so?
Sorry, what was the question?
Do you think Andrew is just a complete cringe lord retard dumbass?
No. I mean, I think.
Melif, do you think so?
I think.
I don't understand why these things. Why are you asking these people?
Because I said you lose the room. Because I said you lost the room. Like you lost all
These
the
people
other.
are just
And
like
I'm polling.
these are some of the
Yeah,
most
the next-
The next
Yes.
code. The next code.
Around.
The next code.
He's a retard.
The next code. I think I did.
You're just asking people who are like buddy with Andrew. These things about Andrew. They don't want to be caught saying this about Andrew. It's like
But most people do think he's.
I think you would say it if they felt it. Like I don't think Mark or Sam are the kind of people who just like hold back diplomatic.
He is a little retard.
I think Mark holds back diplomatically. I think I don't. I think I'm pretty undiplomatic.
I think Mark said a very confident no, and I think he would have like made some sort of joke while, that ultimately in a funny way betrayed his actual
Well, my note
Is that friends of ours?
my note is a little tempered in that he does sometimes behave in cringy ways. Like,
No, I agree.
he's very easy to work up, and and then he gets like locked into that mental state where it's just like constant screaming. But
No, I agree.
He's not just that.
I want to talk about the derangement syndromes of people in this room. So Lenny has Ethan derangement syndrome. I would say I have
And Andrew derangement syndrome.
Yeah, well, more Sasha. I think Sasha derangement syndrome.
Oh, he has both. Yeah.
Nargis has
All three of them.
Mikhail derangement syndrome, but it's not the way he usually like. In the fact that she likes him is the derangement.
Yeah, that's the derangement.
Yeah.
But you can't use it like that because that's just muddying the waters.
All right, fine. All right, fine. She doesn't have.
Classical.
All right, she likes everyone, so she doesn't have derangement syndrome towards anyone. I think it's Andrew, obviously. Bob. Is there someone that you just unique? Converse is Abe, clearly.
Yeah.
It's derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
No, it's also Congress is also Tom Rabbit and
No, that's justified.
Jack.
maybe Justified, but
Oh wait, can it not? The whole point is it's not.
But if it's justified, then it's not a derangement syndrome.
Yeah, no.
no,
That's
but you can still be like massively like focused, like upset
That's like
at someone.
completely
Even if it's
appropriate
justified.
attitude syndrome.
Millith, you're pretty even kill, Millith. Bob, you're also
Yeah,
even
Millith.
kill.
Well, it doesn't have any. I don't think so.
Does Deepak have a derangement syndrome? I saw Deepak getting really mad at this random Indian guy, and I wonder if that's like, yes,
other Indians.
yeah, I wonder if he was like an Indian, really. I'm that Indian around here, motherfucker. Like, you must be new here. I'm the motherfucking Indian in this fucking block, bitch.
There's only one around. Mario and Hans also drives me at the fucking wall. That's true.
But it can't just be people you dislike who annoy you. There has to be like some
Uniquely, you have a hyper, over-exaggerated.
like
No,
it
yeah, it's like
skews, it skews your judgment in like.
Well, I just think of it as like an obsession, like bordering on like insanity.
Oh.
No, it's not that strong. I don't.
Would you say that I have the Piper derangement syndrome? Is that my main?
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, how much do you think about it? Like, or is it just a kind of dislike? Like, don't want them around.
They can't share the same space. They're like,
you know how long this has been going on for?
they're like cats and dogs.
It's the type of derangement. Yeah.
But you guys do have to understand that like Piper's the one that always starts it. So that's like you have to understand that that's.
Well, then maybe she's got beef derangement syndrome.
Yeah, well, that's facts.
What an adult thing to say, beef.
Nice.
I think who started it is a very adult. Like if you hit me with your car and I go, he started it. Like the judge is not gonna be like, oh, so childish to point out who's the one.
Let's say someone hits
initiated
you with
the
your car.
contact.
It doesn't mean you get to like hit them with your car back.
Yeah, but you get to sue them.
That's the like who started shit, right? Like
you get to retaliate by suing them. So if I could
no, but the
sue
whole point
Piper,
is
I
the whole
would.
point is that like let's just concede that she starts it, but then you go crazy, right? Fly off the handle and do something that's like completely like immoral, like calling her like a not a woman or like not feminine or you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, if I could go to the authorities and then there was an authority with a violence that I could take like my claims to, I would not have to go crazy. But it turns out like there's no that doesn't exist. So when you're in the jungle, the law of the jungle reigns, you know?
Or you could just like not.
It could just be adults, just like kind of ignore each other a little bit, you know.
I'm for a mutual ignoring, but I don't think Piper can handle the mutual ignoring.
Can anyone maybe try and do some sort of diplomacy and
everyone has tried.
Oh, I guess I'm late to the party.
Yeah,
then.
everyone's tried.
And it's just like, no, I'm not doing that.
When she said everyone has tried, what she means is like one person or two people have tried.
They don't want to cooperate. Neither of them want to cooperate.
I tried.
When did you try? Recently or?
A while back.
Okay. What was it? Just like no.
No, the thing is like like they both have like I don't know, like short tempers. I would say.
Yeah.
Like Beef will just start seeing red, you know, and he just like will not stop. Like he will completely sink an entire room if he feels slighted in the least. You know what I mean? And like Piper will just like talk over people like consistently.
Right.
So there's like I don't know, just there's like they're both just completely unreasonable.
I could see that. Yeah, it's an intransigent. Well, it's too bad.
It turns out what happens when you get an immovable object in an unstoppable force or whatever is they just avoid each other.
They block each other.
Yeah.
Bill
That's just the answer to the philosophical question. They just mutually block.
I think Bill has Sasha derangement syndrome. Who else does Bill like hate?
Bill really hates Whitney.
A lot of people have Sasha derangement.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That's true. But no. There was someone he called like more vile than Sasha the other day. I'm trying to remember who it was.
It was Andrew.
Oh,
all right.
Come on. That's crazy.
I did, but I added to it. I said the last 48 hours.
More
Andrew,
I mean, I don't know.
Look, Andrew threatened to cut someone's genitals off.
Come on.
It's just like stupid shit.
He wanted to use words against someone.
Oh, come
He
on.
He called.
Bill, wait, like, have you not
piece of
heard Sasha say stuff about, like, people dying in horrible deaths? Like, she makes, like, such comments when she's, like, disparaging someone. Like, a random person will come, like,
Andrew.
Like,
Yeah, you don't have to.
does, like,
Obviously,
go
Sasha is worse than Andrew. I admit that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Jane has a bit of Andrew derangement syndrome.
Oh yeah,
Then-
100%.
We're just a counterpoint on the last one. Like, does Andrew's support of the genocide in the Bible count?
What do you mean?
Great.
How much
Sounds
does that
like what?
count for
What is
you,
it?
you
We're
know?
talking about derangement syndrome. What is it supposed to be?
No,
deranged
well,
for?
like there was now a mini topic of his Sasha worse than Andrew, like, and you know, and I'm saying like Andrew does actually support like all these genocides.
Yeah,
in the
Andrew's
Bible.
crazy. He's crazy about it. When it comes to those things, he just says no. He doesn't think.
I'm not sure how to gauge that.
Yeah, so he's trying to say that Andrew has major derangement when it comes to freaking.
Like I find it difficult to quantify when religious people say stuff like, you know, well, God is all just and he can take life. So it's like, how do I weigh that if I'm trying to figure out how like insane someone is? Because there's a sense in which that's not like as insane as it sounds on paper, which is like, yeah, he killed them, but they went to heaven and blah.
Yeah. Yesterday, the Muslims were doing that.
Like
He gives life, he
it
gets
is crazy.
life.
Don't get me wrong, it is crazy, but it's like a different crazy.
Yeah.
It's not like a Jeffrey Dahmer type of crazy.
No, yeah.
Like
They're
pure
like-
malice.
Exactly. He still sends you to heaven, even though the kids were innocent, blah, blah. So it's good for them. He's the one who gives life or takes life. That's how it was being justified yesterday.
Yeah, they were also on the other side. I think I can't remember exactly. Like maybe someone else remembers. I think Sasha made like some weird comments about genocide and the Holocaust before, so maybe it's on par.
Wait, you said Andrew made weird Holocaust jokes?
Sasha, I can't remember exactly, but I remember like having a neat reaction. Like mentioned we have made some weird comments about genocide and Holocaust.
Well, we know like actual Holocaust deniers, so they've got to be worse than like Christian apologists for the Holocaust. I'm guessing, you know, people who aren't motivated by what the Bible says, they just want to say, you know, it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Other numbers
Do
didn't.
I mean, is that that big of a deal because like they're actually denying the deaths. It's not like they're affirming the deaths and supporting them.
Well, yeah, that would be the worst of all, I suppose. But I think denying the deaths is incredibly insidious. It's not just like a disagreement on some like empirical data. They're saying it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, that's really sad. It's really bad.
Who's Andrew most deranged about? That's it.
Jane,
Honey. Oh my God.
Scuttle.
CM, not so much. He likes it. He likes CM.
Miko currently.
Miko is.
So what are we talking about?
Who's Andrew most
Deranged about? Honey's gonna be like the common
Honey
denominator.
Badger, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Honey Badger is probably the main derangement candidate.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't know why he gets under Andrew's skin though.
Well, because I think he's like very openly rude and hostile.
I mean, Honey's not making like intellectual, jabs. All he's saying is, oh, you Christians are so stupid. Look at these fools, so stupid because it's so silly and dumb. That's all like Honey posits. Anyway.
That's what annoys Andrew. Is like people in the chat saying that Christianity is stupid.
Well, yeah, but
It's weird because he doesn't react that way to everyone who says it. It's like it's some people who he thinks he has like he has the finger on the pulse about what their motivations are. He has deemed them very malicious.
Yeah, he's deemed them
and not in good faith, etc.
Yeah.
There's specific things he gets upset about, like if you say he lies, he doesn't like it.
Yes. Meanwhile, he can call everyone else liars.
Who's the guy who says all Christians are liars? Somebody has that take. Is that Honey?
Yeah, that's
It's like one of
Yeah, that sounds like
That
one of
could
those
be
people, yeah.
a reason.
that is it. Yeah. The first thing that Andrew will go for if he wants to like insult you or get back at you, Andrew would call you a liar. That was dishonest. That's a lie. It's
And like I can call him not a Christian and he'll ignore me, but as soon as I say he's lying, he gets upset.
very sensitive to that. I think he yearns for some kind of honest world. His ideal world is the most transparent relationship that people can have with each other.
Jesus Christ.
He has said that. That's his ideal world.
It's ideal world.
You know what's another sign that like CM and Abe are like either extremely strange or like just extremely dumb? Is like they have these like long-term like I don't know, debates with like some of the dumbest people on the app. Like they have like a debate with PMARS going about like, presuppositional atheism or whatever. It's like, how could you have a like long-term discussion with PMARS about anything?
Well,
That's hilarious.
yeah. Any conversation with PMARS is just a countdown until he drops the N-word.
So Femar thinks that it's he's being deprived of using the N-word.
He says that.
Yeah.
And so
And
he's
this deprivation is unjust.
No, this is all just some bullshit troll though. He doesn't actually believe any of this. I think he says it because it gets some attention and it's a convenient suicide by Maud.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are the two reasons.
It was funny, like, wouldn't you want to stay a little longer in rooms?
Not if you lose him.
I just feel like we should give him the N-word pass. Like, I don't think he's gonna misuse it. Like, I think he's gonna use it responsibly, judiciously.
He thinks he does have it because he knows the Wu-Tang Clan. He's grown up with it, so that's the reason he's going for, you know.
I mean, he's grown up listening to rap music like everyone.
Yeah, like everyone else. Therefore, he gets the point.
I don't know if anyone ever saw that like show, Guess the Intruder or something like that. The Odd Man Out. They had an episode where there was a guy who I think is the only white guy who can get an N-word pass. It was Guess Who's Not Black, and there was a bunch of black people, and there was one guy who was adopted as a baby in a black family and grew up in a black neighborhood without like seeing white people like until he was in his late teens. And like he won. They couldn't recognize. Like, they couldn't pick him out.
Is this on YouTube or something?
Yeah. Like
what's the name?
I don't know the quiz's name. Like guess the odd man out. I don't know. Guess the intruder, something like that. Type in black guys, white guy. His name is Mill. Like you can Google it there.
It is what?
Yeah. Like
it's a Jubilee thing.
So yeah, like you can watch that, Sam. I think that's the only white guy who can get like the N-word pass. Like he's so like in black culture that like black people think he's black.
That was actually hilarious.
I want to see this so badly.
I've queued up this. It's cute.
Does he even dance as well?
Does he even dance?
As well.
Do you think that black people are good dancers? You have to understand about Nargis is that she's the nicest.
I understood what you said, but
she's the most friendliest.
There's just like
beautiful black skin. It's so enchanting.
Yes.
Yeah, they are very good.
The sun glances off of your skin. It's like a Maasai warrior.
So exotic.
The curls in their hair remind you of infinite fractals that constitute the fabric of the universe.
You fuckers. You very bastards. You have no eye for beauty.
Chinedu is my favorite Nigerian.
How many do you know?
There's a lot of them now.
Just Chris and Chinedu.
I gotta go with Chris just because I've known him longer.
I like Chris a lot.
There's Chris, there's Chinedu, isn't Huey or Nathan one of those two? I think Huey's a Nigerian maybe.
No, Huey is. You're right.
And then NPC is Nigerian.
But Huey is one of those people who bring the good Nigerian stuff.
Memorable.
I'm sorry.
I've known you as long as Chris has.
Not with that name. You must have been called something else.
Yeah, I think he should go by this name actually.
Well, then you can't blame me for that.
No, I wasn't blaming you. I think I'm just not memorable.
What was your name then?
Ade. I was going by my actual name, Ade. This is not my name.
Chinedu is cooler though.
You guys just destroy Chinedu in our last debate.
Chinedu sounds like some like Shaolin fighting style.
Oh, it just makes me want to sing it. Sounds too much like Xanadu.
Chinedu, more like Chinadone, am I right?
Nice.
Isn't Xanadu like that alien?
That's the movie with Olivia Newton-John.
Before Xanadu was...
No, I think
Xanadu.
Yeah, there's Kublai Khan.
Summer Residence.
Like Coleridge, where he has this poem about like, in Xanadu, I stickly craft decree, blah, 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 and but that's because, did Kublai Khan have a place called Xanadu? I think so.
Yeah, Xanadu did, that one.
Chinese history is fucking cool.
But, the movie with Olivia Newton-John was better than the poem.
Alright, this is in Xanadu did Kublai Khan a stately pleasure-chrome decree, where out the sacred river ran through caverns measureless man down to sunless sea. So twice 5 miles of fertile ground, with walls and towers, with girded round. And there were gardens bright with sinuous rills.
We get it. You understand the reference that I made 20 minutes ago.
We beautiful.
You're a
Keep
hatred of
going.
poetry.
How can you
You're-
hate poetry? How
Wait, Mills
what
has
are you doing in
poetry
school?
derangement. Mills has
But
poetry derangement syndrome. That's
What human being are you? How could you hate poetry?
It's a good poem.
She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies. All that's best and dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes.
Oh yeah, but Mills, you dropped me, but not her. Okay, all right, Mills.
Someone move Darkest Tale, please.
Who's Frenchie has derangement syndrome of?
Frenchie.
I feel like she's a lot of ops, but I don't know which of hers is like the most salient.
Nero. Dino Nero.
Yeah, but they're gonna debate that that's a it's not a derangement syndrome. That's gonna be their.
Yeah, that probably not fit for like a derangement syndrome type.
And then remove my syndromes also.
So that is a Sasha. Sasha derangement.
Who does Sasha hate? Who does Sasha have?
Everyone.
derangement syndrome?
Sasha just hates everyone.
Who does she hate? She hates Eleni.
Yeah, that's a derangement syndrome. Yeah, that's facts.
She hates.
Sully. She also has a Sully derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
Tom's takes Abe. And it used to be the case that anytime Sasha joined a room with Abe, they'd announce that they were recording the room just to.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh my god.
That was hilarious. No, that was hilarious.
Abe seemed to take seriously, even though
Yeah.
obviously never.
No, she did. She did record.
No, but she did record.
really?
No, she did record.
Okay.
Yeah, she has a YouTube channel where she puts up his recordings.
Holy shit! Yeah, just to get him to leave, like, with no actual interest in the content of the recordings.
Well, the recordings are just like completely just small snippets of like random things he says,
Right.
and she'll just like humorously put it in some context.
Okay.
So she's not putting up like some incriminating like anything
Can
else.
someone send me the link to the channel? This sounds.
Yes.
The funniest thing ever
It's
was
quite
like
funny.
when Abe was defending himself, was defending CM, or forget whichever one of them. Abe was defending himself and CM was defending Abe about like doxing or using Congress's real name, when like he's terrified of like even being in a room where like people are being recorded.
Let's see if I can dig it up. I don't remember what the fucking channel name is.
Abe is a private person, so I can see why.
Yeah, but like but he didn't understand. Like people trying to explain to him like using Congress's real first name is like a violation. He just didn't get it.
No, but you can just easily record him even without the replay function. It's just like he's so stupid. Like if someone wanted to get him to trouble, like if he's afraid of his privacy and he thinks there's some considerable risk with his privacy being violated, the replay function is like the least of his problems. Because if someone wanted to get him into trouble, it's like a minimal amount of fucking effort to just set up a recording device and then record him anyway.
Yeah, I mean, people live stream to YouTube all the time. It could be just that. That's crazy.
Let's see.
Also, he doesn't really say anything so controversial that he should be worried about that. I mean, I know some people do.
He doesn't.
Sam, can you play some of this? There are only 3 videos on the channel.
No, I'm friends with Abe. I don't wanna. Be good.
So what?
I'm friends with Abe, so I don't want to do it.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
that's cool.
Abe is so respectful.
I'll send the link to anyone who wants it.
Be faithful. I'm not going to tell him. Just do it. Yeah, but with the replays on. Det only can to it. think it's fair to say that Bob had me derangement syndrome, and then he just grew out of it. He just like matured, became the same person.
This is true.
Bob, what you guys had like beef in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had beef.
Ooh, clever.
But now we are buddies.
Sasha had beef with me in the beginning.
Really?
Who can have beef with you most?
That's what I just said.
Yeah, you're such just like a thoroughly unremarkable person.
Oh.
Sweet.
How could anyone, I'm just kidding. I'll let it go.
The fact that Bob outgrew his derangement syndrome gives us hope that all of us can grow outgrow our derangement syndromes.
Bob is Persian. Some part of him knows.
Yeah, because
A little
I'm going
Persian
to
part
hold
of
a
him knows.
grudge.
He cannot hold a grudge.
So if I can
Wait,
get through,
do Persians not hold grudges?
I don't know.
We don't fucking.
Interesting.
Can't be petty about these things.
It's just
Heart of the
talking
Persian
nonsense.
can be seen in the Persian of the heart.
Arabs hold grudges.
Ah, I see.
Can't run empires with holding grudges with groups of people.
True.
Mark, did you receive the link to my Ape channel?
Yes, I sent it to him.
Comment subscribing. New content is coming soon. Gonna have a 5 subscriber special or something.
You should rename it Majesty.
I might copy the Majesty of Reason new intro. That's just like actually the best idea ever. I'm gonna I don't know if you guys seen Majesty of Reason new intro, but it's like truth, beauty, morality.
No.
That's all this is. Some Catholic imagery and classical music. I'm gonna do
I swear.
I'm gonna do it for Abe's archive, but it's gonna be like science. Scientific hypothesis.
Evidence.
Empiricism.
Peer review. It's gonna be like images.
Actually, it's funny. It's even funny.
Richard Dawkins or something.
It's even funnier if it's
Richard
just science
Dawkins.
over and over and over again.
What do you say?
You should have famous science equations popping in and out.
I'm gonna do it, but they're gonna be like all wrong. They're gonna be AI generated.
Of course.
Famous equations that like one thinks will come to express.
So there was this show on MTV called The Beauty and the Geek, where they had like hot bimbos in a house with like really, really geeky autistic men. And a buddy of mine got on the show, and the way he got on the show is they were interviewing him, and he looks around the wall, and the equations that are just like for the show design, he's like, these aren't real equations. This is just gibberish. And they're like, you're in. Do you have any other reality show stars? We've got McZed was on a reality show. Is anyone else? Jorge, were you on like Road Rules?
Abe was on Abe's archive. You can believe that.
Road Rules. What is that?
There was a show. There was like a show on MTV in like the early aughts of like they invented basically reality shows where it was like, this is Road Rules. I don't know how to describe it. I didn't really watch it.
No, no idea.
Jorge, you're making a movie about. Are you in the process of finishing a movie about Timothy Williamson's tetralogue? So you're not on a reality show, but you're in a movie. That's pretty cool.
It's true. It's true.
I'm to movies and shows.
I was
Being
in
an
a
extra counts. Like
Canadian TV show.
That's cool. What show?
It's called Screech Owls.
What is it called? What is
It's
it
a
called?
show. It's a show about like
I didn't know that
little
show about
kid
Haiti.
hockey players. So they needed real hockey players to do the hockey scenes. So they basically got like two teams of AAA hockey players, me, our team, and another team, to like play against each other.
For real?
And the stars of the show were in the like playing against us. It was actually quite interesting.
Nice. What was the show title again?
Screech Owls.
Was that about Haiti?
Wow.
Wow.
All right, concrete. Okay. I was a model for diapers or something when I was a young, like a toddler. That's pretty famous right there.
That explains a lot.
I should find myself in that show actually.
all the shows and the movies that it was an extra in were Serbian, so you wouldn't know any of them. So the only like foreign one is like where I was an extra, and I'm in the like one of the final scenes. You can see me like holding an AR-15 or whatever. It's some like American low budget like C-rated like movie that I don't even know exactly if it came out yet. So it's like,
I'm gonna make like
I did.
1 million accounts on IMDb just to download this movie.
Yeah, we were just talking about those syndromes. And I did apply to be an extra in this new Robin Hood series. Like they shot a bunch of episodes in Serbia, but I didn't get through. Like couldn't really do like all the entire month that they wanted.
Then you should play the like evil, corrupt sheriff.
Really?
Yeah, Dave, when you finally heard Garrick say, you know, in the 3 dimension, you download it on any operating system, but in the 5th dimension, you just breathe it in like air, and you're just like, what? It was one of the funniest reactions I have seen of you.
What was the guy's name?
Garrick.
Garrick.
Garak.
No. Gheric.
That Dave, I just remember you just being fucking totally confused with what the fuck this guy was saying.
No. He was getting
I'm
out of hand.
watching a video on YouTube where a guy puts up a bunch of like cast iron pans, and then he just puts them up, all in a row. And then he shoots at them with various firearms to see if anyone can penetrate all pans, and hit like this like doll behind all of them. And as I'm watching this, I was like, no woman would ever come up with the idea to do anything like this. This is like pure 100% guy-brained content. Love it.
It depends if she liked guns, but I saw that too. That was funny.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Shoot it with a fucking 50 cal.
Desert Eagle.
Put the sexist remarks, please.
Based.
I really like the James's tires profile picture. I don't need to change that such.
Yeah, I'm not going to. So I find it like extra funny that he decided to fucking fuck me over. It's like it's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yes.
I found this comment. I do watch a lot of like GunTube, and I found this comment describing GunTube says, "My favorite content is shoot progressively larger rounds at an armor plate or ballistic jelly, while the host Johnny McWife Beater complains about California and tells you need to buy expensive equipment for niche scenarios."
This would sound like I don't have Zeleny derangement syndrome. You guys all have like Zeleny, I don't know, acceptance syndrome. Like that's what's deranged.
It's called zelophilia.
I like that. I like that.
Listen, if we could just get Zeleny to like speak half as long, I think we would all love Zeleny. I think it's just that sometimes he rambles a little bit, and that's like whatever. And that's
I don't think that. I mean, maybe if we like kept cutting it indefinitely, we would start approaching a limit of acceptability.
It's not rambling because you don't ramble incoherently. It makes everything.
It's just that like nobody really wants to hear the garbage.
It's not even garbage. It's just that you just say a lot of things, and you're not basing it on.
It's just I don't understand. Like, isn't Zeleny like shouldn't he be even more than my enemy, your enemy? It's like you hate the fucking woke like garbage nonsense. Like Zeleny probably like accepts like I don't even understand like how does your friendship function? Like
so for me,
he should think you're like an evil racist who like believes all this crazy stuff like race realism, and you should think he's like an evil wokey leftist who doesn't believe.
See, that shows you the power of friendship. You know what I mean? You can overcome such, small petty differences. But I think the thing is,
Right.
is woke. What's the word? Ideologically, without being woke, is the word praxeologically? Like he doesn't
endorse
like the cancel culture norms of like canceling people.
He wants to put conservatives in prison. What are you talking about?
He does not want me just to be canceled because of my views. He wants to debate me out of my views as opposed to like being like, let's silence
No,
him.
he doesn't. He wants to put you in prison.
He doesn't sound woke. He doesn't have a woke demeanor.
He
never says
supports
woke things.
He also supports like killing dictators in foreign countries, which like that's super based, and
that supports Israel.
Yeah, so like basically, if you can think for yourself,
It is like the worst combination of views. Like, he's like the
but Andrew supports Israel too.
He's like the retarded woke leftist. If like they also were pro genocide.
I think that the question should be who is worse, Zeleny or Ed?
Andrew.
Yeah, Zeleny, obviously.
Andrew.
Yeah, there's
I say by far it's Andrew.
Nothing to see here. That's Andrew.
Well, what do we mean by worse?
Hey, Sam, do you think Zeleny will have like a retarded view on Jason Arden? And be honest with me.
Okay, that's a great question. I think he'll not be retarded on our day, but let's maybe find out. Okay, what do you think about Jason Arde, Zeleny?
I don't know who this is.
All right, well, look into the matter and then form a view, and then we'll decide if your take was.
The controls will decide.
To type up
Yes.
To be honest with you, like outside of UK politics, that's not even a big story. And almost all like the reporting on it, where like if Zeleny goes and reads like some articles about it, it's not even like at this stage, if you hadn't heard of the guy and you go and read it, it's just like, yeah, he was like propped up. You know, his credentials were actually like kind of dog shit. And they lied about him.
So you gotta not.
No, this is all just like this is all just. But this is all just up there.
You're ruining the experiment. We have to let him decide on his own.
So I'll just say, Timothy, who is in the UK, he had the wrong opinion on it. Like me and Venus, we have to set him straight. So I don't think this is true. That's just like a week ago, maybe.
Wait, Timothy was wrong on our day?
Yeah, but it's gonna be an exposure thing. You know, it's like, when did you hear about this guy? Yeah, but there's just a lot of like these crazy people like Zeleny who put out misinformation on it. Like I don't know. It just seems like people now just have these accounts where they like literally just like make shit up. Like that's like your news segment of the day. Like that can just be all made up bullshit on like TikTok or something. Yeah, but there's like kind of a difference between people making shit up themselves and like falling for made up bullshit. And it's like, to be honest, like, I don't know, the propaganda machine's pretty goddamn good. So like sometimes there's going to be some made up bullshit that we all kind of fall for, right? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think there's plenty of people who could try to looking into Jason Arde and get the wrong opinion. And I think this will definitely bear out with Zeleny. I mean, my overall opinion on that guy is it sucks that he was like propped up in the way he was when he was probably like a psychologically, troubled individual, and that like it was fucked up to put him in that position. Yeah.
Wait, he's just a fraud. He's just
that's probably right.
No, but he's a conscious fraud. Why are we like playing the violin for this guy? He's like just a con artist.
Yeah, but like his basically the opportunity basically the reward on his fraud was like disproportionate. Basically, like most people have opportunities to be fraudsters. He was presented with like a silver platter to be like a fraudster. It's a little bit.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean silver platter? I'm not too familiar with all the details.
He was kind of like propped up as an academic, even though he engaged in a bunch of like plagiarism and stuff, because he was politically positioned, sort of like a DEI type situation, but like to the extreme where like a lot of people wanted to use him because he was like this good-looking black guy who was like pursuing academic qualifications or whatever. He was basically like pumped up like beyond his actual sort of genuine credentials, and like I said, did a bunch of plagiarism and stuff like this, and like he was assigned to like a bunch of like these like high level boards and stuff, basically just because they thought he would be like advantageous to the public image, like these institutions thought that about him, and then eventually all this stuff came out about him, and I think he killed himself, right? Like something like I really like this it's like description of this one interview with I think the president of Harvard that I saw on Paul, which is something like this person was like so proud to have Jason Arde, and he was this like rare drink that they go, look, this is my precious black man. He's an expert in his field. You don't have such wise black men at your university. I mean, the whole thing is like kind of an indictment on the institutions, and like their motivations.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, also the people who tried backing him. But yeah, I think this is just like a prime example of like, yeah, this is like what happens when you do this whole like this DEI bullshit and like closing gaps or whatever. It's like you have to lower your standards, and often it just like I don't know, like you lower them so much, people end up in like completely out of place positions.
I think that, like, I will say there's a difference between the kind of, like, what's intended by DEI or affirmative action or whatever, and, like, this type of level of shit. Like, yeah, this is, like, crazy ideological, like, taking that to the extreme kind of stuff, you know? So, yeah, I mean, obviously it makes the whole project look bad, you know? Like, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, I think that's how it's intended, everyone. Whether they say it or not.
Basically, like, I do think it depends on, like, where you're at and, like, what institutions you're talking about and stuff, but, like, there is, like, there are just, like, barriers to entry where I don't think it's bad to, like, do, like, what's called, like, DEI or affirmative action in many cases. Like, I don't think it's bad, you know? But it depends, you know, it's not like an a priori truth that it's good, you know, it's like, it depends on how do you implement it and like how extreme, like, are you going? The fact that these people looked at him like a PR device, you know, and like for his ethnicity and his background and stuff like that, like, yeah, that is fucked up, you know, shouldn't do.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna like. I've never seen it implemented in a way where like it's like even plausibly like in any way good. Just like I don't know. I mean, like unless it was like just targeting people based on like wealth or something, maybe. But like outside of that, I just think it's all like really bad.
There was stuff for me, like when I was in school, like I went to an engineering college, you know, and so it was mostly like trying to get women because like those colleges had historically been dominated by men, you know, and like I never really saw anything detrimental with respect to that, you know, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think like generally how it's implemented ends up just being unfair. Like you have to give like an equal like standards of admission based on group membership. Like, I mean, maybe in principle it would be good consequentially, but like having women join this field, I don't even like see like what the benefit is supposed to be in the first place.
The idea is that like it was like culturally viewed as like a men's club, and it's kind of like, you know, there's an extent to which like once women start to get their foot in the door, then you know you're breaking this like taboo, like this thing was kind of like, but I don't know.
I mean,
I never saw anybody who was like radically underqualified.
I don't think it has like very much to do with like being a taboo. It's just like it's mostly explained by the fact that like women just aren't like interested in that stuff.
Well, it can be partly explained, but like one of the things if a young woman is like considering going to a tech school or whatever, yeah, it's like it's kind of a disincentive where it's like, oh, what, you want to just go be around a bunch of men all the time, you know? It's like, so there's some of that where it's like, you know, you want at least a decent number of women there so that it's not like uncomfortable for them to pursue it if they're interested. But yeah, I don't know. Like I basically just think like even if you look at these institutions, like they're fairly small. Like I remember the commencement address or whatever when we were beginning like school there was like a speaker who was like, oh, look, half of you got perfect scores on the SATs, you know? And it's like, part of it is access. It's just like, if secondary education, I mean, this is the U.S., which is different from Europe, you know, obviously, but like if secondary education was just like more accessible, like it should, you probably shouldn't need to have like a perfect SAT score to go to the school that I went to, but like half of my incoming class had one. And it's just like, if there were more slots available, I think that would be a good thing. I think more people should be able to pursue education.
Yo, Joe Schmidt became a Christian.
A Catholic.
A Catholic.
You know, Treaty messaged me for the first time in like a year. He wanted to know how hard people were coping.
I think the cope has been.
I haven't seen that much cope on here, but people are coping on like Substack and YouTube.
Wait, does he know
James Fodor is coping about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He cited the miracle stuff from Ethan as one of the primary drivers.
Yeah, he cited the Padre Pio stuff. He said he had a 4-hour conversation with Ethan.
I'm kind of into fragrances. I might become Catholic too.
I got that.
Thank you.
That's what Philip Goff said, because Cameron Bertuzzi was like, on Twitter, was like, you need to come home to Rome, or something, to Philip Goff, and Philip Goff was like, I'm really opposed to like the anti-gay stuff, but I like the incense.
Has Joe Schmidt ever been on here?
I think the Tom crew, I think they're coping. They called him like a grifter or whatnot earlier.
I don't know if he's been on here, but he's been on this.
He creeps me out in that video where he announces his conversion. It's like,
hey guys, I've got great news. God exists. Christ is Lord. And he founded the Roman Christian Church.
Oh,
wow, guys, can I
yeah,
just for you?
That is some pretty powerful cringe.
It was funny because Nathan Orban did a stream where he compared him to like the Heaven's Gate people. He showed these interviews of the Heaven's Gate cult where they're like, I'm just so excited about what we're about to do. So,
Oh guys, I'm gonna have to be praying so that these people who are accusing me of grifter see the light of reason and the beauty of God's creation and can see the truth of Catholicism like I saw it through Ethan Muse.
I mean, I will say like the grifter stuff is for me kind of contingent on what is he going to end up doing going forward from here. Because look, there genuinely is a network of like Catholic grifters that he's kind of throwing in with now. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I guess it could be that he turns into a huge grifter.
nah. I don't know. He will definitely turn into an even bigger cringe lord.
I don't know when he did it, but I was hearing like clips from. I think he did an interview with that Pints with Aquinas guy, whatever his name is, Matt. Whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, he's got that interview going up this week.
I heard some clips of it. I don't know if it leaked or something, but like he's sitting there going like, I know the inner workings of like the atheist mind because I was an atheist and stuff like this. And it's like, okay, well I could, if he does start pushing this line a lot, like I can see it being a grift. I mean, look, what is your? Surely there is some evidence that would that would move you, right?
Yeah, there is some stuff. I'm just nothing of the sort of stuff that people are pointing to.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying right now he hasn't reached grifter status. I think it's unfair to call him that right now, but we gotta wait.
The show has been wholesome.
think it's like, if he switches the rhetoric up to this like hyper dismissive language about, the other side and the other arguments, like somewhat similar to what Ethan has done, but even I guess even more exaggerated.
I think what some to do is like debate Joe Schmidt using his paper about the modological argument for atheism. I might be breaking it up. Sorry. Yeah, I think Detroit needs to step up. It's like everybody's converting to dualism and Catholicism stuff, and Detroit is just sitting over here like, doing.
Playing chess.
See, that's the power of the Christians. Like, they think they're like saving the world when doing this. So it's like, it's much harder to be like, today I'm playing chess with Sam. I'm gonna give him all my pieces as plugs.
We need to get, like, it's unfortunate that Jack Angstreich, like, basically he just excoriated Matthew Adelstein, like, a couple weeks ago. And, like, of the like, four horsemen of theism, he's, like, the most reasonable one, probably him and Miles, So it's like, now you got Joe, Matthew Adelstein, Amos Wolin, Miles Donahue, and Matthew is one of the ones who's like not like Christian or Catholic.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I wonder what Jack would say about talking to Joe. I don't know. Like, I haven't. Like, Joe always has been like very mild in his debates. I want to see like how he does in his new Catholic mode.
He's too nice. Like, I don't know though. Like, I had some conversations with him about like the Bayesian arguments and stuff, and like I got him to agree that like a lot of the base of those arguments is like very hand wavy, and I don't know, like Joe seems like, he's going to talk a lot about these miracle arguments and everything else, but like I think what he finds really persuasive is this like perfect being theism, elegant, compactly specifiable, that whole list of theoretical virtues that he assigns to it. Like I think that that's really what drives him, and it just seems to me that there are like a bunch of other, theistic hypotheses that are going to be just as compactly specifiable and uniform and elegant and whatnot, or like designer hypotheses or whatever. And I've just never understood
all the miracles.
Right. Maybe we'll get like a nice, like legit UFO disclosure at some point, and it'll be like, no, aliens actually are real, and that'll help with the miracles bullshit.
I wish I could have like an experience of like, well, like basically be in a situation where a lot of the people around me like are confidently describing as what's going on as a miracle. I feel like that would give me like a better sense of like how people approach this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with a lot of the miracle case stuff is that, like, for the healing miracles, I find a lot of the times that, like, with the most extreme cases, the evidence about the severity of the condition prior is usually very weak, So they'll try to make a really strong claim about how severe the condition was, and it'll be like, oh, there's like a doctor's note or something that says it,
I don't know. Like I would just this miracle evidence to me is as much as people like talk about it, the way that they try to frame it is very strong. Like when I actually look into it, it's so fucking weak by my life.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, some people have been talking about it on stuff like how that's like kind of like it's not actually like super obvious how to even do that. Like, with like Emerson Green and Matthew Adelstein both said something to the effect that like, look, man, like I like philosophy. Like I don't really know how to do this investigative journalism stuff.
I haven't heard anything from Green in a long time. He's on Substack?
Yeah.
Is he still doing YouTube content?
Yeah, I think so. I think he released something with Mike Humor recently.
He is.
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, yeah.
He is, but he's also like much like Matthew, like skeptical of miracles and the more religious stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was wondering if he's still a theist or not. Because I think he like changed to be more like that later.
I don't know if you heard me say this earlier, Sasha, but it's kind of funny because I think it was the same day. It may have been a day later, but Kyle Allender, who used to go by Christian Idealism, released a video where he's like, I used to be Catholic, now I'm a Buddhist, because he converted to Buddhism. And the funny thing is that I used to talk to him all the time. He used to hang out with me in Gaspar, so I think like Gaspar, like Buddhist filled him out of Catholicism.
That's cool.
Yeah. Caleb was very let down.
I actually wonder what these people like Ethan and Renewed Joe Smith are gonna say about Buddhism. It feels like I don't know, like whenever I heard Ethan speak about Buddhism, it seemed like he was like very sympathetic to the general idea. And so it's like, I don't know. It is kinda like I don't know, I think that Buddhists and Christians, or maybe Catholics more specifically, I seem to have like the like highest amount of like people who seem like disproportionately virtuous represented them in their religion. Like the saints, and the, like I don't know, enlightened Buddhists, like those feel like the best candidates for like, oh, maybe there is something going on with that person.
Yeah, I feel that it's like stronger with Buddhism because they have a very like lead by example sort of ethos, which like the Catholic Church, to be fair, like also has. But like the weird thing, and there's been memes about this on Substack that you may have seen, but like there's a weird thing with the Catholics where it's like they call them cradle Catholics, so like people who are raised Catholic have like a completely different ethos where it's like, yeah, you know, you help the poor, you pray in private, you know, you're humble, like all this other stuff. And then you have like the weird Protestant converts to Catholicism who are like doing this zealous debate bro Dawa shit. You know, so it's like these weird like competing ethoses or whatever within Catholicism, you know, like you die. And it's like, you know, you just I don't know, like that when I was growing up with the Catholic Church stuff, it was like 90% of it is like, you know, you're supposed to serve. You're supposed to be like a servant. You're supposed to be humble. You're not supposed to be like a evangelist debate bro. Like even priests and stuff. Like I was a little arrogant, argumentative little shithead kid. And like whenever I tried to like talk to priests that I knew about my doubts or whatever, it was never like, oh, I'm going to debate bro you and prove you wrong. It was always like, yeah, these are good questions. Like we don't have all the answers. Like, but at the same time, like it's not about that, you know, that kind of thing. So like I don't know. It's kind of strange. Like I do grant that like there is like a very ethical kind of approach within Catholicism, but I'm not sure if these people are like reflecting it. You know?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking that like the stories of science, for example, those feel pretty compelling. It's like, oh yeah, this person seems like they're doing something extra, and they're saying that like the drive to do that comes from the religious conviction.
Oh, no, I agree with you. I'm saying it comes from the ethos I'm talking about, which is often called like this cradle Catholic ethos, which is like I have nuns and priests. Like my grandfather's sister is a nun, and like almost all of her life has just been dedicated to like helping the needy and the poor. Like that's like all she does, basically, like her whole life. And it's like, yeah, that's amazing. You know, those types of things are great.
Is there any good? I think LibGen's not really producing like it used to. Is there any good like online free book websites like
Anna's Archive, just like the go-to for everything.
What is it?
Anna's Archive.
Is it ANAS?
No, ANNA_S Archive.
Oh, and it's archives. Got it. Yeah, there's actually a book that McGregor wrote called "A Comparative Study of Adjustments to Social Catastrophes in Christianity and Buddhism: The Black Death in Europe and the Kamakura Takeover of Japan as Causes of Religious Reform."
But this is the book that like doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's like
I think like you do it.
Brill produced it, but it's like $150.
No, but I remember you talked about this, and then I said like, oh, this doesn't even exist. Like, I can't find it any.
Yeah, I found like
it's probably a textbook cover, so that's probably why.
Probably he's written a few books for textbooks, but I found like the ISBN number and all that stuff. It's just everywhere. I can't find it for free. I just keep finding it for like $150.
Yeah, I think they have to keep the students who are taking that course from just getting it for free. You know, they have to make sure they get their fun.
Yeah,
I found a lot of. I find a lot of textbooks pretty easily for free.
Yeah, but I think it's probably harder if it's that year. You know, like if it's a slightly outdated one, you're gonna be able to find it. If it's like brand new,
super long title, but it's got a really cool like. It sounds like it would be really interesting.
I would like to talk to Kyle Allender again though, because it's been like years since I fucking talked to that guy, and he was never like he wasn't like dumb. He was also like nice and stuff. Like you know, I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear from him why he's a.
Yeah, he had an interesting talk with Danny on YouTube, but he doesn't really he's not really responding right now to most people. Caleb might be able to get him on, but even
me and Gaspar could fucking. Me and Gaspar could definitely get him. But Gaspar is only around.
He's not even really contributing in the Discord. We're all part of anymore.
Congress, I think I found it. Yeah, I have it.
No. Is there a way to
No, I literally don't. There actually won't be, because where I have it is just Internet Archive, which is like an official platform. And then basically they let you borrow it, so they will like make it available via their website, not for downloading but for use, if you're print disabled. And I actually have that like level of access, so I can read this on their site. But it's because like I made an application with them and said that like reading digitally like helps me because of like ADHD. But I think you could actually get that yourself, because I don't think they demanded like any like specific medical documentation from me.
Really? Did you but you can't download it and send it though?
No, it's not like that.
Right, it's on the platform only. Yeah, I got it. I think I know what you're talking about. It's like the PDF version is like you like read the page by scrolling, basically.
But you probably need
I think
to
I've
now.
seen that.
Yes, now.
Yeah,
Get through your
I'm gonna do
account.
that. Can you is there anything specific you said on your application thing? Just like, hey, I've got ADHD, that helps, or something like that.
It says something like, I have ADHD, and so like I find like basically like going through the pages manually like really distracting, and like digital stuff really helps me focus, which is actually kind of true. Like I actually fucking despise physical books.
Yeah, sweet. I might do that actually. I'm interested to read it, but gotta go for dinner. Peace.
But
I'm like the opposite way. I like physical.
there are like some benefits to physical books, I think, like according to some studies, but yeah, I just fucking can't like. I also hate that like the book fucking like often like closes in on itself, and so it's like I have to like get in some like weird position where like I keep holding it over there. So
I like navigating a book. It's like you have to start holding it a little different when you get to the end. That's tough. Yeah. I don't know. Nice thing about like books is I find like it's so much like for me, if I need to like flip back to a previous page like earlier in the book, it's so much easier to find stuff like that with a physical book than scrolling or whatever.
I mean, kind of. Well, I mean, it depends, I guess. I've heard that like it's easier to form like kind of like memory cues for physical books because it's like more multimodal. So it's like you have more anchors to where the specific content was, because it's also like you're like getting like a specific texture, a specific way of holding the book in that position.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That was exactly what I was gonna say. Like I have muscle memory with my hands is like very good for me, you know. So like I get that. Like it's like spatial awareness too. Like you play Minecraft, right? Or you have? Yeah, so it's like, you know, if let's say I have the coordinates turned off and I'm just like running around like sort of loosely in Minecraft, like I can kind of subconsciously keep track of like which direction I came from while I'm doing that, you know, so I don't really need to pay attention and I can find my way back. So it's similar with like books where it's like I don't even have to really pay attention, but I'll like be able to flip back to the right section just from like muscle memory.
Yeah.
Did you ever learn the Rubik's Cube or like anything?
No, I like tried it as a kid, but like I could like solve I think like 3 walls or something at some point, but I never like got to a point where I could like either by myself or like learn the method to solving it completely. And then for something like that, I mean, I'm not sure what you mean, like something like dexterity based.
Yeah, like so.
It's not that's a very good point. I think, you know, and, you know, if you grow up in a, let's say, Sigmund, and then you're in a city, you don't have, like, that kind of pride, like, this is my house. This is my land, and look at my little piece of land, even if it's tiny. And they can do this so the kids can get into this. They can get into this if they're in a school. Let's say all these kids, let's say all their parents, even if all their parents rent land, it's still cool because what the schools can do is they can get all the kids, let's say they don't have anybody to clean that school or clean that classroom every day. At the end of that day, they give them 20 minutes to clean up their classroom, and all the students are doing that. They feel a sense of pride. This is our classroom right here. We're going to take care of that. And if some jackass throws garbage on the ground, the other student, the teacher's not going to yell at him. The other students are going to get on his ass to clean that up because, so you need a little bit of sense of pride, a little territory to call your own, something to take care of, and then something also to understand, like, if I do A, B, and C will follow, you know? That's what they do in Japan, eh? Like all the little kids, they don't have any like a lot of the kids, let's say in Tokyo and stuff like that, they don't have their own space, but they have they have like pets that they take care of at school. They have gardens that they take care of at school, and usually it's rabbits, and they don't even have people that like clean the toilets or the washrooms at their schools in Japan. All the kids do all this stuff. They wash their windows, they wash the walls every day, and yeah, man. They also make their lunches and they serve their lunches for each other. And so they're super proud about that shit. And then when a jackass does something out of line,